In this video, we're going to take a look at the new iPhone 13. This one starts at $100 more than the iPhone 13 mini at $799. The unlocked version I've got here is going to cost you $30 more. The color I've got here is called Midnight, which I'm not sure. Is it black? Is it dark blue? Let's go ahead and open it up and find out. And this is the base model. I'm glad to see they upped it to 128 gigabytes instead of only 64 gigabytes on the iPhone 12. You can also go up to 512 gigabytes for $300 more. I'll leave a link in the description below with current pricing and more information. Okay, so this is gonna be really hard to show in my lighting here, but yeah, this is not black. Just think of a really dark navy blue and then just go a little bit darker than that. And that's pretty much what color this is. I mean, it's really subtle as far as being blue, but yeah, in person, you can definitely tell. I gotta say, in person, this thing looks really nice. You can see just how far the cameras stick out there in the back. Definitely a little bit concerned about those getting scratched up. So you got your power on the right-hand side, volume buttons, and your silence switch on the left-hand side. Speaker is there on the bottom, and unfortunately, it's still using the Lightning to USB-C charging cable. Then you got the same startup screen there as on the iPad 9 and the new iPad mini 6. And then you have the slightly smaller notch at the top of the phone. Looks like they haven't done away with the Apple sticker yet, so that's good to see. Safety and warranty information, and of course your SIM card ejection tool. And then here's your Lightning to USB-C charging cable. Now after you set up Face ID, you can restore from iCloud backup, restore from Mac or PC, transfer directly from iPhone, or you can even move data from an Android device. And then as far as appearance goes, you can choose light or dark theme. Nice thing is they have a display zoom that makes things a little bit larger and probably easier to read. I know a lot of people are gonna say, don't buy this iPhone because it's not 120 Hertz, it's only 60 Hertz. I don't know, just the little bit that I've used it, I feel like it's plenty fast enough. I guess it all depends on what you're gonna be doing. I think just for normal cell phone use, I don't think 120 Hertz refresh rate is really gonna be that big a deal. Looks like it's using 15.4 gigabytes of the 128 gigabyte storage, so definitely not too bad right out of the box. Now, if you're coming from an Android phone to an iPhone, they do quite a few things that are just a little bit different than what's on Android. You still swipe up to sort of get to your recent apps. You can swipe those away. Now, swiping left of the home screen is somewhat like Android, where it's like a Google News feed. So there are going to be a lot of news, shortcuts, that sort of thing over there. Then to remove apps is going to be pretty much the same as on any other iPad, iPhone. You just hold down and then hit remove app. Swipe down in the right hand corner for your control center, where you're going to get shortcuts to a lot of different things. Screen brightness on here seems pretty decent, and you can just barely see stuff when you turn it all the way down. So this should be pretty good at night as well. Let's do a quick sound test on the speakers just to give you an idea of what they sound like. Speakers on here sound plenty loud enough. To me, it feels pretty similar to last year's iPhone 12. Not the loudest speakers I've heard, and definitely not the quietest. I feel like most people will be satisfied with how the speakers sound. Here in the camera app, you've got photographic styles, where you can personalize the look of your photos by bringing your references into the capture. Rich contrast, vibrant style, warm style, and then cool style. This is going to be a pretty familiar setup here. You've got time-lapse, slow-mo, cinematic, video, photo, portrait, and pano. Nice thing is for video, you get up to 4K, 60 frames per second on the rear-facing camera as the selfie camera as well. Then you also have cinematic video, where it's pretty much like portrait mode, but yet for video. And then look at the difference in the regular lens and the wide angle lens. That's definitely gonna come in handy when going on vacations or anytime you wanna get more in the photo. Personally, I always prefer extra wide angle over telephoto most of the time. Here's a few samples of photos and video just to give you an idea of what the new cameras look like on this new iPhone 13. So after taking photos with this, even though I've only had the iPhone 13 a short amount of time, yes, the cameras on here are really good. I feel like it's in the same category as the new Galaxy S21 and the Pixel 5, even the Pixel 5a. Although I feel like on Pixel phones, it's more of the best portrait camera. But yeah, in my opinion, it's definitely one of the best cameras you can get on a phone right now, especially as far as just point and shoot and let the phone do the rest. But having said that, I feel like if you have the iPhone 11, iPhone 12, you really don't need to upgrade to this, especially when it comes to the cameras. Nice thing is you're gonna get better performance on this than the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 12 Pro Max. And that's in single core scores and multi-core scores. That's gonna be CPU and GPU performance. Really the main thing you need to know is this phone's gonna be faster, more powerful. Oh, and get this. I did a battery drain test on this iPhone 13, and I've gotta say, this thing is impressive. Even compared to the iPhone 12 that just came out last year, we're talking over 14 hours battery life, and that's with the screen brightness at 100%. I mean, we're talking about 3 hours longer than the iPhone 12. So yeah, overall, this has really good battery life. And actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if I've tested a phone that has better battery life than the iPhone 13. So as expected, gaming on this is gonna be nice and smooth. I tested PUBG Mobile, Asphalt 9. You're gonna get really nice and clear graphics, high frame rates. You're not gonna have to worry about too much stuttering or graphics not loading. This iPhone is gonna have plenty of power for pretty much any type of gaming that you're gonna wanna do. In my opinion, I feel like you don't even need a Pro version. Well, really the only reason I would get the Pro version is if you wanted a bigger screen. But yeah, my first impressions of the iPhone 13, it's a really nice update to the iPhone 12. It's got nice cameras, really great battery life, and it's also going to be good for gaming. Having said that, if you're looking for an iPhone, I would almost look at an older iPhone 11 or iPhone 12. Unless you can get a really good deal on the iPhone 13, it's not really a night and day difference in the previous two generations. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.